Hello, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. Now, which item do we want to sample? A glass of water, a shimmering pepper, a dog biscuit. A shimmering pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend! Whoa! This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through. To fulfill the prophecy, you must... You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. Your mistakes, I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your arrivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Yeah. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Fool! Good one, Van. I like your gumption, Chris. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. Arroo! I stand corrected. The hard wave builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself! You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you could really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature should you boil it at? 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That's wrong. Shit! I'm gonna start again. Oh my god. Okay, I got it. And your rivals entered. Step up and tell them you're on. Blah, blah, blah. I just chose the same thing. For fuck's sake! I didn't know that they had to be boiled at 210 degrees Fahrenheit. That's right. But how would you have even gotten into the school without knowing that? When I get to rub my furry belly, let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you can cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs did he say he used? 11. That's right. You might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tell. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most? Shit! Okay. Every single time I mess up, I'm gonna go back and do it again. $11. Gratitude. Okay. Oh shit. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. And where does it come from? A small town where big dreams are born. This is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. Try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. Shit! It's not sizzling. 6 bite. God damn it. I'm not very good under pressure. So it was 100 degrees Celsius. Eleven. Gratitude. One. Not bubbling, so it's one again. So to start, okay, 2, 3, 3, 1, 1. You're on. Da, 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 da. Two. Three. Three. One. One. That's right. When they taste your cooking, they will be so taken with it that they'll be unable to speak. Notice Colonel Sanders out the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Chris. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you're doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoons of grateful? Oh shit. What were you thinking? Get your mind back in the competition. You are stranded on a desert island with one dessert book. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry. You're really struggling to keep up. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Chris does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know that it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. While you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hands into the mixture to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Chris, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Shit! Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What do you often find is that the easy way can turn out much more difficult. Everyone's Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. Can't be! I was so close to finishing my dish! Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad, and I'm here with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Chris's injury. You see Sprinkles beginning to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Chris to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside you'll find a delicate cheese croquet, atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream glaze, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his fingers into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. He won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You tried to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Why can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed to be an obstetrician. What, a person that, I just heard this word the other day, and what it means, is like a cancer doctor. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one is especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight, and I lost my innocence when I picked up a firearm and put a bullet in my rival. He survived. For a while, anyhow. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside him, a burning passion. One who has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My dream, my new dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past mistakes. Yay! Just as your moan grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the sport monster! Porco? It is I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see him anymore, but I just wanted to say I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Aw, thanks, Porco. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spark monster, you see. What did I tell you? I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day some kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. Magic spellbook? Precisely. I procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way, I lost it. And if you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on dark and evil magic. Yeah, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery. Yeah. If you need me, don't fear. I'll be there. Sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Chris, together I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway, and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping aside inside Colonel's home, inside Sanders' home. Surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. That's a picture of the actual Colonel Sanders. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. How have you been? Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to hear about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. Not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy, something crispy. Perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret just for you? Reveal it, because then we can fucking do business together. Reveal it. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. Present to you my original coleslaw. I fucking knew it. The shredded cabbage glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' ILYCS hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he supports, you figure this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of a company they founded. Am I right? Tap on an item. This photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. Tap on it. One of the framed pictures shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but you wipe it off and you read the inscription. It says, "Here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. Chicken. You noticed a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it's not just realistic. It's real. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when he was alive. Note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar. Piece of wood floating in a lake. Summer of '69? No, it's just one of the secret recipe ingredients. Did you guys see that? I think it said something there. Tap on an item to discover more about them. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silver in color. It's actually made of spun silver. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I can tell you my name right now. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack, and the ghost of student is swept out with the breeze. This must be where he keeps his secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 1111, it seems will know. You open the door to Colonel's closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger, and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual, until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. Big decisions! Should I tell Colonel the truth? Should I tell him that I'm cold? Should I try to make a move? Closing my eyes. Oh. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Chris? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. Some jurisdictions isn't even legal, but if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Is it fucking marijuana? If it's marijuana or cocaine, I swear, that is just gonna be hilarious. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. Taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. Would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous! My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? I shall flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to fall in the corner of his eye as he gazes out of the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings. You're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, waits for no one. You get home and find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, I was just... But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam! Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date! I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Clank, He asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical date to go on with a talking pressure cooker. And now, I'm not sure where we really stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. If he turns out to be like the evil, like this supreme evil, I swear.
What's a swirly? It sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you one right away.
I'll take my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat.
You can get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Chris, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fists, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince in pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Chris, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. But you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday, I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Chris. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts when we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Chris. Okay, we're going to end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Episode, I believe this is episode 3? Not entirely sure. Hope you guys enjoy. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.